she's so beautiful, and I tell her every day.
What's going on? What I is saying? I am Serene. Welcome back to my channel. So let's just get into it. We're talking about Married at First Sight season 12, episode 7. So this episode opens up with a recap of episode 6, and if you have not seen episode 6, my review, it's in the icons here. Just press the button. So yes, so it opens with a recap of what's all happened, and then we go into a scene where Brianna and Vincent, well, it's more or less Brianna really complaining or saying, because I think it's a complaint, that she keeps having to clean up after Vincent. And although she's saying that she likes doing it, it doesn't sound like she likes doing it. The way she said it is almost as if like it's a problem, and then it's gonna turn into something. So then we then end up in another scene. It transitions into a scene with Fireball and Eric, and Eric is talking about his sinuses or him being allergic to cats and him having to take allergy medicine because, you know, Fireball has 2 cats. And I'm just like, hashtags shout out to Clara. But yeah, he lying. He lies, and Fireball eventually pulls him up on it because he's talking about how that his friends that have cats, he never knew that they have cats until they tell him, and Fireball is like, well, that means you're not allergic, which I agree with her. Like, the cat hairs will be everywhere, like you'll just sense it and you just start to sneeze. But he's not allergic to cats, he just don't want those cats in his apartment, which I'm not even mad at that. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of cats. I'm actually afraid of cats, but that's neither here nor there. I don't think they should have been domesticated, but you know, we won't have this conversation. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Then we go to Paige and Chris. Well, not even Chris, more or less Paige, because Paige ends up going to this apartment by herself. They get back to Atlanta. Chris hops on a plane, gets the red eye to Chicago. And I literally wrote down, who is in Chicago, Chris? Is it that baby mom's? The mother of your expecting child? She's in Chicago, Chris? Like, why are you going to Chicago, Chris? Chris, who is in Chicago? And then Paige, with her little retarded self, is talking about, oh, she wished that Chris was there. To do what? What benefit has Chris brought to Paige's life since their marriage? This is day 8. And they have gone through all this wahala and bebe shakara. And she wants Chris there. That girl has no sense. I am beginning to just feel like she's just supposed to get, like, this is supposed to happen to her, because she has no sense. She don't have as much sense as God gave Billy Goat. No sense. No sense. But, you know, okay, cool. So then we go into a scene with Clara and Ryan. And I wrote down, Ryan is a grandpa. Ryan is talking about the fact that he goes to bed at 10:30 every night, and on a wild night, woohoo, he goes to bed at 11 p.m. Sir, how old are you? Now I know there are some people that go to bed really early, but God, like, no. And then obviously Kara's just like, well, she goes to bed 4 hours later than him, and then obviously he's gonna end up waking up 4 hours earlier than her. Like, that's not cute. That's not married life. Like, let's find some let's compromise. I actually don't know what the noun of that word is, but let's compromise. Ryan is unwilling to compromise, and I feel like it's gonna become bothersome to Clara if she's the one that continues to do the compromising in the relationship, because it's never fair when it's like that. It has to be a balanced thing. So anyways, we get to Haley and Joseph. Haley and Jacob, and they're discussing what happened the night before, the last night that they were in Las Vegas, and Haley and the gang running away from Joseph. Oh my God. Haley and the gang running away from Jacob. And I believe it happened. She's just like, no, that didn't. I believe it happened. Maybe it's one of those things where, you know, when you go out with your girls and then your girls kind of just bring along their guys because you guys are newly married. Like, come, let's go have fun. And I think that Haley didn't like him. She don't like him. She don't find him attractive. You know, the dick was trash. I know it was trash because he needs to eat more than steak and eggs. Green eggs and ham. Like, no, that's not cute. It's not healthy. So I just know she's not attracted to him. And she just probably, I don't know what she told him. to have all of them running. But I believe Jacob when he said that happened, and she's denying it. And then she pulled that, what I want to say, I probably can't say on YouTube, but she pulled that trick out to the, and she said, oh, I haven't eaten all this time. You're not stressed. Stop telling lies. You're stressed out because he came on the show. You're not stressed out because you can't find no connection with Jacob. Let's not tell lies. There's no need to tell lies. Let's be honest and deal with the situation. But anyways, Jacob then started to tell Haley that she's high strung and that she has anxiety. And I'm just like, Jacob, not with the name calling. Like, it's too early to be name calling. Because Jacob is under the impression that she has a boyfriend. I'm just like, Jacob, she does not have a boyfriend. Like, where's the boyfriend? The girl she has been freed of the boyfriend shackles for almost 7 years. She's been single for almost 7 years, 2,500 days. That's probably not correct. Don't quote me on that. I'm just calling a number. But she's single, Jacob. Like, she definitely does not have a boyfriend, which then makes me realize that Jacob is coming into this marriage with a bunch of baggage and unsolved and unhealed hurt that he needs to let go of, because she's not attracted to him, and him calling her high strung and anxious and whatever is not going to help the situation. But anyways, this episode was all about going to each other's homes and seeing what go on. Yeah, I mean, so we get to Fireball's house and Eric is there, and Eric is here spinning the lie about those cats again. But Fireball's house was actually kind of okay, like it was cozy, like it was a decent looking house. So then we get to Haley's house, and Joseph, we should call him Joseph because I'm convinced his name is Joseph. Jacob goes to the cupboard. Jacob is going through Haley's suitcase. Like, she has like a stonewashed jean skirt, and he's like, oh, this is 80s. And I'm just like, okay, enough with the 80s. Like, enough. Like, I understand that he likes the 80s, but I'm just like, it's just a little too much. Not even gonna lie, it's a little too much for me, and I ain't dating him, so I know it's too much for her, because I'm watching the annoyance on her face, and he's just going along like ain't nothing wrong. So he goes into the closet and pulls out like a floral paisley blouse, and y'all, let me drink. Oh, I'm having a Ting and Ray and his nephews, you know what I mean? Because it is Saturday. So anyways, he goes into the closet, pulls out a paisley floral blouse, and says, ooh, with the Karen shirt. I was just like, nah. Not the Karen shirt. Listen. And Haley used to say, oh, that's my mom's shirt. He's like, oh. He's like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Karen is an old woman. Basically, he said, Haley, your mom is old. Haley, your mom is Karen. And Karen is an old woman. Listen. And I was just like, if, not Joseph, Lord. Jacob, if you think Karen, like, we must have different type of Karens in the all communities. Like, the Karens in the black community is not the Karen apparently in the white community. But we won't touch that subject. We won't. So then the next scene goes into Eric's apartment, and Eric's apartment was pretty cool. The only thing I didn't like is that it was very dark. Like, he needs white light because all of his furnishing is black. Now, all of my furnishing is black as well, but my apartment is not dark. Like, it almost felt as if his walls dark. Like, it didn't have enough windows. It wasn't bright. Like, the apartment was just dark. And I was just like, ugh. It looked good, but it was just really, really dark. And I was just like, I'm not here for it. But other than that, his apartment was pretty cool. Fireball was kind of annoyed because they have different styles, but she was just like, oh, there's nothing personable. And I was just like, girl, chuck up some. Because her complaint is like, there's no pictures of his dog, or does he have a dog? I don't know. But there's no picture of his dog, there's no picture of his family, his friends, and hers is full of her friends' family. Live, love, laugh. And his is not. And I was just like, girl, that is simple. I don't even know why people date men for style. Like, no, like, you can change your man's style. half the time you just need to go and show them, oh babes, this look good, and make it seem all cute and nice, and they gonna want to dress up for you. Men are just as bad as women. Don't let no one fool you. So sis, go throw some paintings on the wall, take a picture of you and him, put it on the wall, take a picture of you and your 2 cats, put it on the wall, you and your 2 dogs, put it on the wall. Look at that, homely. Because she's just like, I don't know if I can live there. Girl, just chuck some stuff on the wall. It is fine. It is fine. Anyways, we then go into Jacob's house. Jacob got like $2,500. I was just like, listen, this episode was just full of animals. National Geographics. I don't know. They should have called this episode National Geographics, because I promise you the dogs were everywhere. Everyone had dogs. Everyone. But Jacob had 500. 3, really. 3. But loads of dogs. Haley also had a dog called Sophie. Sophie was cute. Sophie's bougie, because Haley's apartment was just on point. Haley had the best stylish apartment, in my opinion. Like, it was very clean, sleek, modern, which is definitely the opposite of 80s. So this just makes it even funnier, the way the reason why they were matched, because they don't even have the same style. Like, they could not have been more than polar opposites, like completely different people. Anyways, so we're in Jacob's house, and I'm not even gonna lie, the amount of neon lights that I saw, I was just like, they just left Las Vegas to come to little Las Vegas on a budget. Like, why in there look like that? Neon this, neon flashing lights. I was just like, Jacob, how do you even sleep with all this light in the house? So then I was waiting, because you know, in the beginning of the season, Jacob was telling everybody about his a sauna, a pool, a beach. He had all 4 seasons. Listen, 4 seasons. Isn't that a hotel chain? Yes. So he had 4 seasons in his back garden, someplace in his house. So I was expecting to see like, in his house. No, that thing not run down. Sorry to say, sorry to this man. I am so sorry to say. I was just like, why does his house look like that? It wasn't cute. He was talking, oh my gosh, he had these ugly boots, white ostrich boots, talking about, can he wear them? I'm just like, Jacob, you better hope Haley don't find those things and pretend that they lost. Hashtag in the bin. With Chris. And she's like, no. And cause she's annoyed. She's so annoying. And he needs to let go of the 80s. Like, he needs to catch up to, we're in the 21st century. It is 2021. He needs to just catch up real quick, because this is not it. Anyways, yeah, his house was a letdown. But let me tell you, Jacob got a dog called Chloe. Hey, Chloe is not here for the shenanigans. Chloe almost swallowed Sophie. And Haley was just like, my dog is my first priority. I was just like, listen, the way they're about to break up. Because, and Chloe is not here to play nice. Every other dog was fine, but Chloe was... Chloe was not here for the games. Chloe was just like, nah, I don't know who you are, but you need to leave the door. Okay, so then we go to Ryan's apartment. And I felt like the scene with Ryan and Clara in Ryan's apartment, it was just perfect to describe who I think Ryan is. So everything in Ryan's house, it looks clean until you start to search. You open the cupboard like this. So he opens the cupboard and there's a shelf in there like this. And then he has the heart to pack cereal, cornflakes on the cupboard like that. And I'm just like, Ryan, you are a man. Get a drill. Do something. I'm sure it's just one of those things where you have to like plug those little things into the shelf rests. Like, go and fix it. Like, why would you even? And then she just started to open up everything else, and he just looked messy to listen. Messiana. Like, I was just like, Ryan, the way you were going on, like, no. But I must say, in this scene, Ryan had looked like an actual black man this time around. Ryan had his hat flipped on back. Like, Ryan it looked like he even got a few hues or shades darker in this scene. I was just like, Ryan, you're black. Okay. So then we get to Clara's. Oh, wait, before we get to Clara, we're still at Ryan's drawers. With his drawers, he needs to fold those things. They're just dumped in. And I was just like, see, that type of dysfunction bothers me. Like, I could get messy sometimes, everyone can. But let me tell you, I have my breaking point where I would literally just start over. Like, watch me start, I would take everything out. Everything, things that don't fold, and fold them over again, because the order needs to be there. Like, my brain cannot function. But Ryan is messy. I was just like, no. And we thought Clara was messy, because when we get to Clara's apartment, it's clean. Even in her drawer, like, she has her clothes folded in such a way, you know, most people lay stuff on top. Hers is like this, so you can literally see what shirt it is, whatever it is, you could, and then take it out. It's almost like files. It's folded so weird, but you know, they had a sneaker about there, whatever. So then, I don't know how the scene with Vincent and Brianna was filmed, because they had the visit from Pastor Cal after the scene of Cara's house. So they had a visit from Pastor Cal. They disclosed that they spoke about finances, and then you know that Vincent is a new entrepreneur, new small business, and so his finances are not as good as hers, and she's just like, she's willing to fill in the gap, you know, like as any good wife would want to do. So they're talking about that, you know, there's a connection there. But there was something that Vincent said that just made me smile, and he was just like, you know, when he walked on the aisle, he saw, and he was just like, he knew that this is what he wanted to do with her, and he's gonna protect and provide for her, and he made that promise to her. And I was just like, it is so sweet. I know it's day 8, because I'm just like, you don't know Brianna, just like Brianna doesn't know Vincent. But it was nice to know that in his mind, this is his promise to her already. Like, he knows that he is going to protect and provide and ensure that she never wants for anything, and that is just amazing. You know, like, that's a very manly thing to do. But you know, they discussed that the connection is there, and Pastor Cal was just like, do you guys have any problem? And Brianna is looking at him because she know her mouth lashes people, and Vincent is sensitive, but we get to that. So he's talking about, you know, respect, but I feel like he doesn't know how to actually say what's wrong with him. His problem is she's controlling, and he just doesn't know how to say, Brianna, you are controlling. He's saying that it's respect, like, she hasn't disrespected him in any way. It's just he feels like he is being controlled, because she always has something to say about something that he's doing, and sometimes it's not everyday talk. Sometimes just zip your lip and just leave it, and she hasn't mastered that skill as yet. She has not. So anyways, we're at Fireball, and Pastor Cal is at Fireball and Eric's place, and you know, they disclose that they have now consummated the marriage. And listen, I wrote down Fireball needs to use a toner. No. They zoomed into her skin, and I was just like, her skin is unhealthy. Her pores are like so huge, and I'm just like, either your skincare routine is non-existent, or 2, you need to stop drinking. Fireball, you need to stop drinking. Like, you actually need to stop drinking. Now, I know skin is supposed to look like skin, but your pores are huge, and yeah. So then Eric talks as if he's 55. I actually do not like the way Eric speaks to Fireball. He speaks to Fireball like, you know, like, I've been married before, and I've lived with someone before, so like, I know how it goes. And she's just like, okay, so then tell me. And I was just like, nah, because Fireball is not here. She don't want to hear anything that he has to say, but she's just so fine, you know, dealing with him. And Eric is literally mansplaining everything to her, and I don't feel like he's giving her the autonomy and the freedom to make decisions for herself. But we get into that, because I don't think Pastor Cal unpacked that, but I think it's because they haven't seen it yet. So anyways, Eric is under the impression that Fireball thinks that this is a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and that's another thing. I feel like, I don't know if she was ready for it. I think she should have just lived out her 20s, like I said in my last review, and then when she was actually ready for marriage, then do so, because she thinks that it's okay to be crashing on her guy friends' couches when she's drank. And I'm just saying, you have a whole husband. Like, you have a whole husband. Why are you drinking so badly that you're crashing on your guy friends' couches, and you're telling your boyfriend, you're telling your husband that this is something that you do? So Pastor Kelly's like, no, that's not something that you do. And he kind of explained to her the implications of such actions, because it's not cool, it's not correct. And I just feel like she just haven't been in an actual relationship where people have cared about her. Because Fireball is, like, Eric is telling Fireball, oh, when you get where you're going, you know, like, just let me know you reach safe. Or when she's leaving, he'll say be safe. And she thinks that's a problem. Dude, not dude, but Fireball, he cares about you. Like, he wants you to be safe. Like, anyone that cares about you cares about your ins and your outs. Like, they want to know you're getting there safe because you're his wife. Like, I don't understand how that is passing her cerebral cortex. Like, I don't even know if that's where decision making is made, but you get the point. Frontal cortex, I think, you know, whatever. But I don't know how she doesn't understand that. So that's interesting because it's a marriage. And she thinks that he wants her to ask for permission, which I think he probably kind of does. But they need to find like a balance where she's just like, hey, like, I'm going here. Not that if it's okay, but is it okay? Like, do you have plans for us? If you don't have plans for us, then this is where I'm going. Not that she's asking permission. She is not a kid. And Eric needs to calm down because you're not 60. And you do not know everything. Talking about, oh, I've done this before. Mansplaining the hell out of Fireball. I am not here for it. Anyways, we get to our Paige and Chris scene because, you know, Chris came in halfway through the episode. And listen, Chris is out here telling the producers that he doesn't want to be on camera. Then he needs to explain something to Paige. They take off their mics. Turns out he is considering or is going back with the mother of his kid. He's already consulted a divorce lawyer. And Paige flips because Paige has been talking like somebody that lost her voice. I need to do my vows. Listen, I don't know. Listen, Paige put down her grace and she took up some backbone. Amen. Because the way Paige went on, and I don't swear on my channel. But I try not to, like, you know, sometimes. Yeah, but I don't swear on my channel. But Paige talked about the mother of his child, about him. She actually sounded as if she was getting that this dude is playing her like a violin. She explained everything. And then she was just like, she feels disgusted that she was intimate with him. And I was just like, Paige, do you though? Or you just disgusted now that he said that he wants a divorce because this dude has been dragging you for the past 7 days. Like, you guys have been married for 15 years and you have not. These are things that have happened in the space of 1 week of marriage to a stranger. If you don't pretend like you did not make these vows and go about your business, go home to your dad. I don't know what she's doing, but yeah, Paige had some backbone and I was here for it. So now we're at Brianna's house, and Brianna's house was drunk. I mean, the house was not drunk. The TV was drunk. Vincent said the TV was drunk, and I was just laughing because the TV was probably like, why is the TV leaning, Brianna? But anyway, she put it together by herself. You know, like, us women, we do need men. I'm not here with these women. I'm like, I don't need a man. No, we need men. Men are important in our lives, but Lord, her TV was there, it was standing. You know, her house was cool. This girl has shoes. She has clothes, but she has a bunch of shoes. But all the shoes were kind of in the same box. But I realized, I peeped that the box was like from Public Desire. So, which is something kind of like Just Fab. So, I guess she's just one of those things. She's a VIP for Public Desire. And she just buys shoes, which is cool. I mean, she's single. She had no reason to be buying anybody else anything but herself. So, you know, shout outs to her. She's an internet. She's on probably a really good pace. So, that's fine. And she calls him Champagne Vinny a lot. Which, and I thought it was cool that she calls him that. But we're going to see in a future scene that he doesn't like it. And I was just like, oh, because I thought Champagne Vinny was cool. Like, I really like the name, but he's not here for it. But anyway, so He tells her TV is drunk. So guess what? We go to Champagne Vinny's house, Vincent, and his TV is perfectly fine. But Brianna, in her petisha type of attitude, she is like, "Oh, your TV's leaning too." I'm just like, Brianna, shut up. Like, stop being that person. You're becoming annoying. And then, outside of the fact that she becomes annoying, she speaks in this voice like, I'm here. If you speak like an adult, like, why are you speaking like that? Could you just speak like an adult? She's like, oh, yeah. No, it's not cute. Vincent's apartment was cool. It was clean. She was in her confessionals talking about, oh, she was surprised that it was so clean. Okay, cool. So she was surprised that it was so clean, but it was clean or whatever. But Vincent is sensitive. Bad. Vincent is so sensitive. Everything. Like, he just looks like things bother him for the fun of bothering him. I don't know why he's so sensitive. And I feel like it's his pride. He wants her to like him. But she likes you, Vincent. Like, it's okay to calm down. Like, she's not insulting you. And if you do feel offended, I can tell she's not intentionally doing these things. Anyways, we get to Paige and Chris's Pastor Cal moment. Let me tell you something. How Pastor Cal was out here acting. Even Pastor Cal put down his grace for a second. He was just like, that's BS. I was like, Pastor Cal, say the full words because that was bullshit. Chris's behavior is actually bullshit. I don't even think that's a swear word, but guess what? It is bullshit. So, Paige is talking. Pastor Cal starts off by saying, you look really good. And I'm just like, Pastor Cal, we know you're only doing that because everybody didn't tell you, as in the producers have told you that Chris doesn't find her attractive. So he's saying, you look really beautiful, you know, just reassuring her. Which, and I think she does need that reassurance, but she needs to pack her backside suitcase and go on about her business. That is what she needs to do. But, okay, cool. And I could see she wants to cry and she's holding back those tears. And I was like, girl, if you don't bawl that ugly bawl and let people know you're hurting. Because Chris is out here doing you a whole lot and you're out here looking like that strong black woman. A strong, idiotic black woman, nonetheless. But you're looking like a strong black woman. And right now, we don't need you to be strong. We need you to show your emotions as is. Because this dude is treating you bad. He is treating you very badly and you're standing up there taking it like a idiot. So, she spoke about the sex with him and how she felt it was almost as if she was obliged to do it, which, and I don't think she was obliged to. I think she wanted to do it because she felt this was her husband or whatever. Like, it was just one of those things that she feel like with her husband she should have sex, but I don't think it was a thing where he made her feel like she was obliged to do it. And she was talking about the fact that Chris was just like, she's not his type. He ain't got no type. Yeah. Paige just spilled the tea, essentially. And when Paige flipped out, I was just like, Paige got some crazy in her. You see that? Paige got some crazy in her. And if she don't unleash that crazy, I'm going to come and get her myself. Because right now, I feel like we need to be holding a whole ceremony for Paige. My beloved, we've come here today to mourn the loss of this idiotic woman because she acting like she got no sense. Red flag out here, red flag there. Paige, get it together. Get it together. I genuinely feel Paige is out there making these red flags look like white flags and surrendering to this nonsense. But it's just like, when in there, oh, I got a tattoo to cover up my ex name. Red flag. Day 2, I'm not attracted to you. Red flag. Day 3, I running away because I'm looking for breakfast or whatever he was doing. Red flag. Day 4, he probably didn't do anything, but still red flag. Day 5, my baby mom's is pregnant. Baby mom, no, well, my ex-fiance is pregnant. Red flag. Day 6, he out there fighting with these girls like he's not a man, out there arguing with women. Red flag. Day 7, he jumped on a plane, got to Atlanta, head to Chicago. Who's in Chicago? Chris. Red flag. Day 8, he come back and out here talking about he wants a divorce. Red flag. Paige is out here talking about she needs a second opinion on what? Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. On what? What about this situation do you not get that you need a second opinion? What is the second opinion? Then Paige continues to say, listen, the bullshit continues. Paige continues to say that she was willing to walk with him and the baby. Why? So okay, she's willing to walk with him and the baby. Okay, that's what she wanted. That's what she wants to do. This girl gonna follow up the statement with just like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Sus. Says, what do you mean by you're not new to this? You're true to this. True to what? The abuse, the emotional, the mental, and physical abuse. Because I don't understand why Chris is still having sex with her, and I also don't understand why she's abusing herself by still having sex with Chris. But okay, that is hers, you know. That is hers. So Pastor Kelly's just like, are you using protection? She's like, no. And I'm just like, this girl is an idiot. You want to bring the spawn of Satan into this world? So Pastor Kelly's like, why? And she's just like, you know, they were talking about the honeymoon baby. Excuse me? So Pastor Kelly's just like, are you pregnant? She's like, no, I came out to my period. Even I thank God. I was just like, thank you, Jesus. There is hope left. She wanted to get pregnant. I'm just like, girl, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And he ain't got no money because that subway done shut down. His subway shut down. So he's out here thinking like he got money. He got none. He don't have none. Then here comes Chris looking like a rubber dubby. He looked like Tinky Winky from Teletubbies. Just fat. Like a fat skinny man. Like I don't understand how he fat and skinny at the same time. His knees are like he had a vitamin D or vitamin K deficiency. You know, whatever. What do you have when you have rickets? Vitamin D deficiency. His knees are rubbing. Like he has, you know, like, no. He looks like a fat, skinny man. Oh, hey, talking about she's not attractive. So you're not attractive. Chris, you're not attractive. So when you're out here judging Paige, please look at yourself in the mirror before you make statements like that, because you're not cute. Anyways, he comes through the door grinning. Is he an idiot? Like, why are you grinning? What's so funny? What is funny? He's just smiling. What is funny? Then he sits down and he starts to explain what's going on because Pastor Cal is now asking him questions and he's smiling. And I'm just like, the two of you, are you guys not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Like, their relationship is turning out to be a big old joke. Like, I'm not even sorry for Paige anymore because they're like, what are you doing? Like, do you have no self-worth, no self-esteem? Like, do you not love yourself enough to think that there is another man out there? Like, the world have how much of a man, and you think Chris is it?
As one gone, the next one.
God died for you, for Chris to be it. Hey! If y'all don't get it together. Then, Pastor Gal leaves, and he's whispering in her ear. And, you know, I literally wrote down, I have no manners. I wrote down, girl, don't be catching bacteria in your ear. Because he's there whispering in her ear. And I'm just saying, speak out loud. You want to do your nonsense out loud, so speak out loud. Talk up. Then he's just like, oh, his fear is falling. And I could tell he was telling her some nonsense in her because she's standing. He's just like, his fear is falling in love with her. I was like, Paige, he just told you that he went to a divorce attorney. How can he have gone to a divorce attorney and then know his fear is falling in love with you? Which one of these two things are not the same? Both. So tell him come out of your air from your catch bacteria in your air when you're looking at air infection. Anyways, so then let's just forget about them for a second. We go to Haley and Jacob. Pastor Cal is at Haley and Jacob's. And Haley's talking about that she's never had anyone accuse her of such things before. Like, it really made her feel bad or whatever. And Jacob has brought his baggage into the relationship. And Pastor Cal basically talked to them about it. And in my head, I'm listening to Haley talk. And I'm just like, Haley, why did you sign up for this show? Why is Haley on this show? Because as much as I understand what Jacob has done, I don't understand Haley's purpose for being on the show, because she's talking about, oh, like, she just needs space and this. Like, you did not want to take things slowly. You went on a show that was going to marry you to a stranger. This is the opposite of slow. This is fast. Rapidamente. This is moving quickly. It's not slow. So why are you on the show? What I want? What is going on? What happened to Ayo? What's wrong? And then Jacob spoke about the whole running away thing, and I literally wrote down, Haley was out here playing Marco Polo in reverse with Jacob. But yeah, so okay. This is my review. Brianna needs to relax, just like what I said last review. Brianna needs to relax, but Vincent needs to actually communicate with her, because he's out there talking about he doesn't want to be disrespected. Ooh, Vincent ups and leaves the apartment. I'm just like, I'm trying to see what happens next week, because where is he going? Where is he going? Like, Vincent is not communicating explicitly what his issue is, and as a result Brianna is just like, oh, so like, just tell me, which leaves her wondering and guessing. Like, she can't fix a problem she does not know. She can't fix a problem she does not understand. Eric and Fireball, she just needs to stop drinking, and I can see this just going downhill, because she feels like she is correct in her behavior, which she is not, and she also needs to stop drinking. Like, all she does is drink. Like, what is her problem? Clara and Ryan, Clara wants to do bang bang boogie. Like, Clara is ready to have sex, and Ryan is out here dragging his foot like one 55-year-old man. Paige and Chris, okay, and then Haley and Jacob, maybe they can work it out. Everybody needs to get it together. Brianna, don't mess up. But also Vincent, don't mess up, because he is sensitive. Oh, this is why he's sensitive. I just remembered. They came to the actual house eventually, which I thought was a backwards way, because everyone said, I don't even know how the scenes were actually filmed. But they came to the house, and he spilled some champagne, and she was just like, ooh, Vinny. That's like whatever. But he found it offensive, and he was just like, is Vinny stupid? Like, well, who is Vinny? I was just like, Vincent. I was like, Vincent, what's wrong? He was just like, is Vinny stupid? Like, is Vinny a joke? Like, who is Vinny? And I was just like, eh. He is sensitive. He needs to get it together as well. Like, everybody needs to get it together. Clara needs to stop lying, because everything about their relationship screams, I disagree with you. They're just too nice, or playing too nice, to actually start yelling at each other. Haley don't like Jacob. Jacob needs to eat fruit and vegetables. Virginia needs to stop drinking. And Eric needs to calm down with the mansplaining. Like, it's not cute. It's not attractive. Like, I understand being, like, wanting to ensure that your wife is safe and stuff like that. But the other stuff where, oh, you've never been married, or you've never lived with someone, he needs to stop mansplaining. Who else is in this thing? Paige and Chris, yeah, we know what's happening to them. I don't even know why Paige is still around. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And leave in the comment section what your thoughts are, because we need these people to get it together, because this whole season is ghetto. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're rocking with my content and rocking with this look, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. If you love to see me create any makeup look and speak about any topic, just leave the suggestions in the comment section down below, and I'll be definitely picking those up. And remember, stay beautiful inside and out.